Right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to a new season of ALR, season 16, and welcome to a new game cycle, the first race of F124 in ALR, and it's tier 1 in Spa, historic circuit. Let's go over the lineup of the season before we get going. For Red Bull, we have Ahmed and Glowstick. In the Ferrari, we have Boba Fett and Rula Rula. Mercedes, we have Mighty Chump and Summit. McLaren, we have Daxi and Benny. Aston Martin, we have Crofties and Wicked. Alpine, we have Stega and the Druid, or whatever you pronounce his name. And the Racing Bulls, we have Swendeman uh, and I don't know how to pronounce the other driver's name. In the Williams, we have um, Elite Spectra and Wellesley 88. In the Kick Sauber, we have Luke and Tichy. In the Haas, we have CI and Oswaldo. So we see some returning faces and some new faces. So let's see what they have to deliver this season, and especially this race. So IRL Spa has happened today, where George Russell crossed the line and wins it for Mercedes, and the 1-2, but later he got disqualified, handing the win to his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Coincidence? Because now we have the ALR Belgian Grand Prix, and of course there's one on Thursdays for Tier 2, which I'll be driving at. So I think we're ready to go, because 16 drivers. Let me check. 16 drivers have marked attendance, and we have 16 now. So let's get going. I hope you guys enjoy the next 18 minutes of qualifying and the next 22 laps of the race. So there's rain in Spa. Coincidence, because in IRL qualifying there was rain, and ALR Tier 1 qualifying at Spa there's also rain. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Of course, everyone on the inters, which is the by far the best tire in these conditions. And who knows, it could be wet if it's not drying soon and if it's getting heavier. But you never know, it might get dry. So it's important to get your timing right. Oh, spin by Sega. He's our first man out on track, but he's spun coming into the pit exit. Which I don't blame him, because I don't think anyone's driven on the rain on this game. And the rain on this game is much different compared to the rain on last game. So Sega coming into Fang, or however you pronounce it, whoever speaks French or whatever that is. But Sega now heading into Blanchimont for his outlap and into his flying lap into the chicane as he knocks the bollard, as you can see from the far barriers, and he begins off. Into Eau Rouge. And coming into the Camel Straight. Hello chat. I've just checked the chat and I'm so glad to see. I'm glad to see you guys watching along for the first league race on this game in ALR. Now into Puhon, which is one of the most tricky corners, and what makes it even more tricky is that it's raining, which means you can't make an inch of a mistake, otherwise your race could be done. Stega completing sector 2 and into sector 3 as he exits Stavilo and as he heads up through Blanchimont. GFS Stega, the returning driver from a few seasons. He crosses the line and sets a 1 minute 55.9. I believe Elite's behind him. Yeah, he is. Elite slots in behind Stega. and as more drivers are setting in their lap times. Glowstick, one of the new people, as I've never seen him before. And speaking of setting times, Crofty's goes quickest by 4 tenths. Sammet's next. He's in the 2 minutes. I believe he's made a mistake somewhere, which costed his lap. And so is Luke. Here goes Tichy in the kick-sauber. Still not able to break into the women's 59s, but that's a good first try, especially in a track like Spa and in the wet. The Chaos Druid. He's another new driver. Another new face. Let's see what him and Glowstick could do tonight. And obviously Glowstick's 6th after his first run, which is not a bad job. And speaking of Glowstick, he went second. Only 2 tenths behind the leader. CI across the line goes third. Behind Glowstick, but ahead of Crofty's. Yellows, it's I believe the kick-sauber of Tichy, yeah. Oh, I think he ran out of fuel. Yeah, he is out of fuel. I mean, he's not that in trouble. He's not that in danger. And he should be able to get back to the pits in time, as there's much left of qualifying. But there's an Alpine behind him that's approaching. And let's go with the other Alpine of the Druid, the Chaos Druid. Let's call him Chaos. Chaos, obviously a new driver, a new face to the grid. So it's a 1 minute 29 through the first 2 sectors. Into Blanchimont. And into the bus stop chicane. And she goes a bit wide, but that I don't think that will affect him much, but here he comes across the line. 14th for him. He made a mistake through the final chicane, but all good, as he has 7 minutes, just under 8 minutes to improve. Let's go with Mighty Chump, since he's not set a lap and he is setting one right now. Exits Lecombe and and now he's in uh, Bruxelles and into Jackie X corner, which is previously known as the No Name corner. Super 1. As he now exits Tableau, Dagger sets an even quicker time, and Boba Fett's now on the soft tires. So this is a sign that the track is dry enough for dries. As Mighty Jump, oh, the Ferrari just gets off the road. It's a good sign that nothing happened. Mighty Jump goes a bit slow to the final corner, but he still improves to P12. Let's go to Ahmed. Ahmed, the returning driver. His last race was in season 10, I believe. So let's see what he could do. He slots in just behind his teammate in third. He's in the 2-second improvement from his sector 2 time, and he's now exiting the bus stop chicane. Crofties will put his Aston Martin in provisional pole with 5 minutes left on the clock. The Aston Martin puts it on provisional pole in Belgium. Let's go with Luke, shall we? He's improved significantly to the first sector and the second sector. Let's see what he could do in the third sector, despite his improvements. As he's approaching the traffic of the Mercedes car, I think it's Summit. Oh, there's some impeding. There's some obstructing. And Luke, despite it happening, crossed the line in 5th. Yeah, the car's Summit, who's impeded the Kid Sauber. Let's go to Rolla. Obviously, he's set at 12. He's improved by 1.7 seconds. But you see, 3 drivers out of 16 drivers, they've all opted to go on the slick tires, thinking it's dry enough. But we'll see during their runs. As Rollerula coming across the line goes up to P7. Dotson behind Ahmed, and Dotson ahead of CI. Oh, there's a bit of a twitch from Elite, the Williams driver. Elite coming to the bus stop chicane into the start finish line, and he goes quickest by 10th. I believe that's one behind him. Oh, he's invalidated. I believe it's done. Oh no, it isn't, because he has this lap to improve his P11 as Chaos has retired. Yeah, I believe he's retired in the pit lane. Let's go to BR4. The season 14 Tier 1 champion. He improved by 1.3 seconds. Could be on for pole position. As we see the Red Bull with the missing and plate. I believe it's yeah, it's glow stick, but back to BR4. Goes a bit wide through the chicane, but he's gonna cross the line and set a 1 minute 50.8, and into provisional pole he goes. Oh, I don't think the slicks has worked out for glow stick, as he's sliding all over the place, but that's worth the risk. Now let's go with Luke. Luke's jumped up the place to P5 in the kick sauber. Ahmed's gonna leave it there and is gonna stay in 7th unless the other drivers improve. Wicket's minorly down on his time by a few hundred. Oh, Boba Fett is the only slick driver who's tried to settle up. Oh, and he's invalidated. So that's the end of him. Tichy is gonna stay in 13. Sammit's improving by a second. CI in the Haas, 3 seconds gain, which I saw from his lap data on the top right. CI across the line, he's gonna go on pole actually with a woman's 50.5. That's a great lap from the Haas driver, but that's not it, because Crofties is gonna go for it. All eyes on Crofties now. His teammate in front of him. Let's see where his teammate goes first. His teammate's gonna go in 10th, and Crofties is on pole with a 1 minute 50.3. As Samet crosses the line and P12 for him. So that's it for qualifying. And here's your order. A 3-horse battle for pole position. So that's the end of the first qualifying session in season 16 of ALR. Crofty's pole position for him, CI in second, PR4 third, Stagger fourth, Elite fifth, Luke sixth, Swen seventh, Glowstick eighth, Ahmed ninth, Wicked 10th. You have Rula, Summit, Boba Fett, Titchy, Chaos, and Mighty Chump completing the grid. And next up we have 22 laps of racing in Spa. Let's see who will come out on top. Formation lap here in Spa. So we go over the tires. We see the majority on mediums, apart from Crofties, Elite, Luke, Swen, and Tucci on the softs, and Wicked on the hards. So there's a difference in strategies. As Crofties comes through Jackie X corner and Tupu one. And now exiting the bus stop chicane, the pole sitter and the P2 man side by side at the start finish line. As last car on the track, Mighty Chump just exited the post-up chicane. So far one driver is qualified, that's Rula. So he'll be on cold tires for the start. And Mighty Chump too. PR7. 5 red lights. And away we go here in Spa. First race of ALR as there's a good start for Crofties and an even better start for Stagger. As jumped up a place, so does BR4. CI from second to fourth already. And as we come through Radion, cars side by side, and And looks like there's Swen the man, who's lost a half of this front wing. Not the best start for him, as Stega is taking the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix, followed by Crofties and VR4, who's looking for a move on the Aston Martin. As towards Jackie X corner, there's no change in the positions yet. Well, there's some at the back of the grid. As Stitch is falling down the order and is being pressurized by Boba Fett. It's not a good start for CI, as he's lost 2 places of the start. As Ahmed made a place up to 6th place, as him, Rolla and Stega is made up 3 places of the start. As BR4 is gonna go on the outside of the bus stop chicane, they're gonna make contact, these two. They're gonna be side by side into the start finish straight. Crofty's on the inside, BR4 on the outside. Who's gonna come out on top? Crofty still stays ahead, but that's not the end of the battle. As Swen comes into the pits, he's got damage. As BR4 with the DRS Crofties as well. There's a 4-car train for 2nd place. As Sega seems to be somewhat out of the train. Oh, there's a Red Bull car. It's glue stick, F1. He's not had the best start yet, as he's tumbling down the order, and he's lost half of his front wing. As he slides off, he slides on the exit of Le Combe at the edge of sector 1 and at the start of sector 2. Here goes BR4 on to 2nd place. He hops the curb, but Crofties is not gonna give this one up, but eventually he has to. As BR4, the Tier 1 champion of season 14, is now setting his sights for the lead of the Belgium Grand Prix. Here's an overtake, Summit losing the place to Luke. There's a sprint there at Boba Fett spun on the exit of the source. Of La Source, but thankfully there's no damage to him, as Summit regained his B7 after losing it a few corners ago. Back to the front, we see BR4 closing in on Stagger for the lead. Former teammates in season 13 at AlphaTauri, if you guys remember. And now they're fighting for the race win, potentially. But Crofties and CI are right behind them, even Elite. It's a 5-horse race for the lead of the race. There's a spin, it's Luke. Luke spun it on the exit of Stabilo and into Blanchimont he goes. There's no damage, thankfully. as BR4 with the DRS, with the advantage, with the overtake button, as he now gets ahead of his former teammate. Wicked becomes the first man to get a track limit penalty. Yellow flag, it's Luke again, as he's losing more places. Here's a battle at the back of the grid between Glowstick and Swen the man. Swen, or I mean these two, they've not had a good start to the race and not a good start to the season. They'll be hoping to turn things around. Stega with the better cornering and the better exit because of BR4 locking up, and Stega having the better exit, and now he has a run on the camel straight, the long straight. He gets him even before the corner, and Stega retakes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. There's been a spinner at the back. It's, I think, Tichy, who's lost 3 places at once, and is now behind his teammate. But that's not important, as the fight for the lead is still on. BR4 is not gonna give this one up, and he's looking for the best start to the season. As now into the chicane, the bus stop chicane. BR4 with DRS of course, but I don't think he'll use that to make a move into La Source. BR4 with the DRS right now. Yes, right now. He's closer than ever. Now he's gonna go on the outside of the camel straight, and he's gonna regain the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh, there's a spin. Oh, it's Crofty's. Oh, that's a reset to track. That's unfortunately going to be a penalty. But if he's beached, then no problem. I think the stewards will deal with that. But it's unfortunate for Crofty's, as he's lost it on the exit of Jackie X corner. As now Ahmed is going for the move on Elite on the outside of Blanchemont, and he goes up into 4th place, and it's probably in contention for a podium. Spinner, it's Chaos, I think. Yeah, it is Chaos. who's had a pretty quiet race for now. And Coffs is unfortunately with the damage. He's going to pit off the soft tires. Now back to the Camel Straight where the leaders are at. Stega on the inside of Lecombe. He managed to squeeze past VR4 and VR4 now gets a 3-second penalty. That's going to affect him at the end of the race, as it's not what he's hoping for so early on. So Stega now comes to the start finish line as he as he begins lap 8 of the Belgian Grand Prix. Therefore, with the penalty, 7/10 back, he's looking to use this DRS as an opportunity to close up, or even maybe go for the overtake if it's really close. As VR4 with the overtake with the DRS. He got closer to Stega, but not that close for an overtake. Therefore, under 3/10 behind, which now becomes over 3/10, but he's still close enough to make the move. Not now, but in the Camel Straight. And let's see if he gets a good exit and a good run into Eau Rouge. VR4 with the DRS, VR4 with the overtake, and now he regains the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix as Wicket gets another 3 penalty for track limits. Stagger 210 back. Let's see if he's gonna make a surprise move into turn 1, which is the sauce. But he's too far back. He's gonna leave this opportunity into the chemist list. Oh, as he slides a bit there on the exit. It's probably gonna interrupt his run. Stagger on the Alpine goes on the inside, coming to turn 5. And he regains the lead of the Belgium Grand Prix. As here's a battle for third place between CI and Ahmed. Ahmed, he came from nowhere, of course, as he started in 9th, I think, and he's now in 4th, battling for 3rd. Now obviously CI in front of him in the house. CI dives into the pits and he's gonna go for an undercut on Ahmed. So Elite also comes in to the pits. And CI is gonna come out behind Boba Fett, but ahead of Rula. As he's in the Ferrari sandwich now. Still with DRS on 10 lap pressure tires. What's your 10 lap pressure tires? And even PR4 and Stega on the softs, PR4 on the hards. Let's see how this will turn out in the end. BR4 still has Stega on his tail. Ahmed still stays out. Good. So he's starting to extend. And he's gonna try and go and go to the soft tires in the end. Same for Stega, but Stega's gone into the softs. Probably too early. Samet and Rolleruna come to the pits. Stega on the outside of the Camel Straight. He managed to get past BR4 for the net race lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. So the gap is now 12 seconds between Ahmed and Stega. Stega's made the gap to 8 tenths of a second between him and... Oh, there's some yellow flags in Stavilo. I think it's Swen or Glue Stick. These two have pitted so early on due to damage. They find themselves just outside the points, but they're yet to pit again. As Ahmed still in the lead, but the lead's been cut down to 9 seconds. And now the lead's cut down to 8 seconds, as Ahmed's yet to pit from the lead of the race. And meanwhile the gap between Stega and BR4 is a second now, so he's just in the DRS. 9 tenths, 8 tenths now. As Ahmed now comes into the pits and will go on the softs possibly. Yeah, he does actually. He's gonna fall behind CI possibly. As you can see CI on the right of my screen. And the real contention is with Elite there. As he comes out ahead of Elite actually, but behind CI by 2 seconds. With four lap pressure tires and in the fastest compound. He's looking to bring that gap down. Stega is now comfortably in the lead. 1.5 seconds with a 3 second penalty for BR4. So that's technically 4.5, 4.4. Let's check the penalties again. So 3 seconds to Ahmed, Yarfor and Luke, but 6 seconds to Wicked and 9 seconds to Glowstick. So he will need at least, Yarfor will need to win by 3 seconds at least to keep his win. But it looks like it's in the hands of Sega. But you never say never in Formula 1. There's a spin there, it's Mighty Chump who spun on the entry of Sector 2. As he had a forgetful race in P15. Stega now with a 2.1 second gap to BR4. I can't blame BR4 because Stega is on the soft tires, which is much quicker compared to the hard. But but BR4 will be faster in the end of the race due to tire degradation. Stega into Blanchimont. There's 5 laps remaining of the Belgian Grand Prix. Sega still comfortably leading by 2.1 seconds. Now Ahmed's caught up to CI. Ahmed's now up to 3rd place in the Red Bull team. Now he'll need to bridge, he'll need to create a gap to CI in order to keep his podium in the end. There's Glowstick and Techi. A fight in the back. Glowstick has had a race he wants to forget about as he dips his tire into the gravel trap. And speaking, he's got front-wing damage in the first few laps and he had to pit early on. He has not had a good race so far, but that could change if there's a safety car. Here's a battle for the final points make positions between Luke and Sven, the Racing Bulls driver against the Kicksauber driver, previously known as AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo in the previous game. But new cars and new teams, as Luke's not able to get his his opponent to the source, as Swan's deploying his ERS into Oruge and into Radion. Here the move from Luke goes up to P10, but he has a 3-second penalty, so he will have to create a 3-second gap to keep his point. I mean, Swan's on really old tires since lap 2, and I don't think he'll be pitting, as he needs this point so bad. Here's Boba Fett fighting in 4P6 on 5-lap pressure tires on the same compound, looking to get past Crofty on his next opportunity. Crofty, of course, pitted due to front wing damage, but that won't affect his race as he's now in P6. And he's gonna stay in P6. Oh, there's something going on in the lead. I think Stega's tires is starting to degrade, as the gap's gone from 2 seconds to 7/10 only. So there could be a final overtake from BR4, but remember BR4 has a 3-second penalty, and he's not bridged a 3-second gap. And who did? Ahmed. Ahmed overtook CI a few laps ago and is now 5 seconds ahead of CI. So he is P3 at the moment. He's gonna get his podium at the moment. As DR4 5 tenths back, 4 tenths. DR4 is not gonna go for it, but he is starting to set quick times, which could be a sign that he's gonna do something. DR4 on the inside of Puon, no! As he gets into contact with Stega. This is hard racing from the two. Speaking of overtakes, we see Crofty conceding the position against Boba Fett, who's on 5-lap older tires compared to older tires compared to Boba. But I don't think that's important right now. What's important is the lead of the race. Stega, of course, he doesn't have a time penalty for track limits. BR4 does, but regardless, let's see the fight. Let's enjoy the final laps of the Belgian Grand Prix. There's 2 laps remaining until the end. BR4 got into contact into Q1 last lap. He was quite far last lap, but this time he's now really close to Stega, and he's gonna fancy this opportunity into the Camel Straight. BR4 on the inside goes past Stega, and up to the lead he goes. But of course Stega has, of course BR4 has 3 seconds added to his time. So Stega will have to keep keep his position for 2 laps. As so far he's doing exceptional. Here's overtake for P12, gets glow stick and wicked. Of course wicked conceding the place to glow stick. And he's now up to 12th. Oh, there's a, oh, it's Sven. Sven's crashed. Whoa. Opa. As I don't know what's happened to Sven, but he's dropped it in the end of the hairpin. And it's a shame because he's doing so good on 20 lap old tires, on 90 lap old tires, nearly 20. But he's done so well. He was 2 seconds behind Luke, who has a penalty. So if he continued, he could have been on for points. But let's go with BR4 and Sega now. BR4 pushing for his life. 1.8 the gap is. 1.9 as Sega is losing some time. So the gap is now 2.1 between these two. 2 seconds. As Sega is deploying on his hot lap mode, but that's not gonna be important. Cause BR4 is gonna cross the line in first, but Stega is gonna take the win in Spa. BR4 comes in second. Ahmed started P9 and he finishes P3. CI comes home in fourth. Then we have Elite. Then we have Boba and Crofties in sixth and seventh. Then we have Samet, Rolla and Luke, who will come home in 8th, 9th and 10th. But there is a final battle between Luke and Rolla. Luke is of course gonna stay in P10 due to his penalty, but he could go for it here on the final stretch. No reason to back out. Nevertheless, these two will come home in P9 and P10 in this race. They have Blue Stick, Wicked, Ditchy and Chaos, who will finish us up. As I don't know what's happening here. As now we're on board with Chaos, who's still yet to cross the line to finish the race. Has now crossed the line to finish the Belgian Grand Prix. Dog of the day, Boba Fett. As we're now signing off the race. Right, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for who tuned in with me, and thank you all for the support, definitely. And I hope you all enjoyed the race as much as I did, as it was a close battle between first and second there. Pretty exciting, isn't it? But I especially want to thank you all for the support, and I hope to see you guys next time in tier 2, which is on Thursday, which I'll be driving at. And the next race, the next round of uh, 50% is in Jeddah, which is Saudi Arabia. So I have to see you guys by then. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and that's me signing off. Bye.